ladies and gentlemen, former Hope employee and the next mayor of Chicago, Mr. Joe Reidy.
Right here, buddy.
Yeah. How you doing, Joe?
Good. Great. You ready to be funny?
Absolutely. Now, you used to work at the Hope Center, right?
That's correct.
What'd you do there?
I started out just as a general employee and then was a program assistant, one of Scott's many right-hand men for almost 2 years.
All right.
Do you have any favorite comedians? Probably Jim Gaffigan. Pretty funny. I actually just watched his special this morning to get kind of, pumped up. You watched it this morning? How early this morning? About 10 o'clock. You're still pumped up? Oh, yeah.
On his TV.
So you also graduated from Adrian College, I understand.
That's correct. All right.
Now you're out in Chicago, where you live. What do you do out in Chicago for a living?
I work for a social service agency that tries to help homeless individuals obtain self-sufficiency.
Okay. And what is your connection to the Hope Community Center?
Well, I've, like I said, started working there just generally quite a few years ago now, but the biggest thing it did for me was immediately when I started working there, I said, this is what I want to do, concentrate on a career in social services, so I'm forever grateful because that's why I changed my career focus, and that's how I ended up in Chicago.
That's awesome.
Jerry, real quickly. Now, we talked before, you said, if I have trouble out there, you would be willing to give me a hug.
I would.
Is that still?
You betcha.
So, all right, well, I'm going to hold you to that, but let's stick with the good luck fist bump.
Ladies and gentlemen, the comedy of Mr. Joe Reidy.
All right.
Woo!
All right. Well, first of all, let's give it up for the house band once again. You guys said that it had been 13 years since your last gig, is that correct?
That's true, 13 years, man.
So, well, it's good to see that you have followed the path of such musical stalwarts as the Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block. This is the year of getting back together. See where their inspiration came from. All right. Well, I think one of the greatest things that the Hope Center does do is try to eliminate stigmas that are associated with disabilities. So I thought I would share with you some of my favorite memories of disability stigma over the years. The first one that I can remember has to be way back in the 4th grade. Big year for me, my first year in public school, and the school system wanted me to be integrated with all the other kids. That, of course, included recess, but they were nervous about, a potential lawsuit. So they decided, let's have him wear a brightly colored yellow bicycle helmet during recess. Talk about a way to remove a stigma, right? You're not going to believe this, but more often than not on the football field, I was always open. Another fun memory happened a little bit older, maybe 7th, 8th grade. Various weekend trips out with the family. And, you don't want to hang out with your family when you're that age, or ever now, for that matter. But especially back then, so, they'd drag you out Sunday after church, and I'd say, I don't want to go to the museum. Come on, Dad. My dad would say, come on, you got to come with us so we can use the handicap sticker. It's good to see that there was always a premium on family bonding. But, you know, it's not all bad. Some pretty positive things can come out of people's misconceptions. A lot of you are probably familiar with the last blizzard we had in February. It was quite the snowstorm in Chicago, well over 2 feet of snow. So right as that was ending, the boss, you know, sent us home early from work. She got on the loudspeaker, made an announcement and said, you know, everybody go home, and if I see Joe waiting out by that bus stop and no one takes him home, everybody's fired. So I certainly had a lot of friends. You know, the next few weeks, you know, clearing the snow off, it was quite the trouble getting around to and from the bus stops in Chicago, or as I like to refer to that time period, the time I relearned how to crawl. More efficient means of getting around. And you know, one final thing that is always humorous is when people, they just sort of ask you, you know, whether you get to know someone or when you first meet them. That question always comes up, well, what's wrong with you? And there's many different ways that I like to go with this, but my favorite one is to pull out the harrowing athletic story. This works especially well if you come into contact with a new cute girl, but it can work anybody, but especially girls. They say, oh, you know, what's wrong with you? And I just say, well, let me take you back to a state championship football game, senior year. 4th and goal, 10 seconds left. They called my number. Took a massive hit by 2 linebackers, but no matter, I got in the end zone. That's it for me, but I want to again thank everybody for coming out. This is a great organization and a great cause.